Hey, it's been a while since the last video I made for Tacticus, but here we are again. And finally, I'll be able to do the Szarekh battle with my team. My team has changed since last I played it, so it's gonna be different as I would have with the previous team. But it's only a little bit that changed. It isn't anything drastic. Uh, at least not yet. The other characters are getting there. So Szarekh, we talked about him a couple videos back. I didn't get to fight him, or at least record the fights against him. This time I do have two tokens. Um, so first the trades, big target stuff doesn't get affected bonuses or negatives by tall grass, trenches, wire, etc. And then it buffs other ally units. Then it also has immune, regular boss stuff as well as mechanical. So pretty not much here really. Then Breath of Silence, Szarekh summons 4 death marks on 3 hexes within range, 2 from his throne's starting hex. So where he starts from, we will see that, and then he summons guys from there, or from 2 hexes away. Then you got Annihilator Beam, which triggers his triarchal menhirs to fire on 0 hexes. These hexes light up with light pillars, and at the start of Sarekh's next turn, any unit in those hexes is dealt 4 times 572 856 piercing damage. This is currently disabled because we did beat the supporting supporting bosses. Sorry, I was misclicking around there. So both the triarchal, both the Haptrata and the Mesophet were defeated, and that gives certain debuffs on Szarekh. Less health, less armor, and Annihilator Beam. It's disabled. Then we got My Will Be Done. This is, by the way, just the epic boss Szarekh. In Legendary, I'm pretty sure he might still have a trick up his sleeve. They always do that. It's a way that they make him harder. I Will Be Done immediately trigger 1 attack by each friendly Necron unit on the battlefield from their current hex, and as long as they have a target in range. So all the other Necrons will attack. That seems about it. Relentless March gives +1 movement to all friendly units that have their turn in an adjacent hex. Also repairs affected mechanical units for 570 health. Yeah, okay, so it's the same as Makotep, the one from the Necrons, the marksman, let's call it, where it heals them and it gives them movement to all adjacent. Seems the same thing with this one. Then Ovison's generators. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Whatever. Enemy units charging Szarekh score -2 hits to a minimum of 1 hit. Summons charging Szarekh score -3 hits to a minimum of 1 hit. So yeah, charging him will be affecting your total amount of hits. If you don't have enough hits, don't attack him. Yeah, right. That's unit charging when it has movement adjacent to its melee target, and start the movement not being adjacent to it. You might have to eat that at one point. If it doesn't use an ability, I suppose. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Most of my guys do have more than 2 hits. Um, so it's not really gonna matter for me that much. It's -2 hits is still -2 hits. Then Noctilith Beacon, Szarekh, and all Necrons adjacent to him take -40% damage from all enemies with the Psychic trait. So Psyker buff, defense buff, basically. Yeah, this shouldn't be much of an issue unless you're trying to hit him from up close with few hits. I see where that would happen. If you don't have enough of the characters that have multi-hit and are strong enough to get close to him or anything like that, understandable. So let's see how it goes. Battle. Currently, I am using these folk right here because they do a lot of damage. They're basically all for the multi-hit except these two. I'm not taking Snotflag anymore because he summons too many. Too many grots, really, and it is quite annoying at times because I can't really get close to the boss. They get, they stand where I need to stand. Here, I've used the Forge Fiend, but Biobore really works well because it's something for Szarekh to come down to and attack, and he does like doing that. So, that's, if you have him, use him. Doesn't matter what level it is. At level 1, it's still more useful than any other thing for this fight. Especially if you don't have it leveled, Forge Fiend is always cool, especially for summons. It's gonna kill most of them most of the time. As long as they're clumped up together. If they're not, you're basically using a lot of bullets that if you have, use them. If you don't use them. So Biobore, and then here, we have the chief. The boss. He's really good with the 2 summons, and basically what I use him for is to give both Ragnar and Karn 1 extra movement and one more melee attack, and plus 310 damage on their normal melee hits. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. I sneezed. So we put him. We get him in there. This time around, I'm not gonna fiddle too much with positioning. I'll just keep these 3 nearby. Azrael is another one that I could be using, but he's not really that useful. In any case, he would replace Boss, but no need to do so since Boss is better. Someone else I could bring against Snotflag is a good option. For me, he just summons too many where I can't get in. Another one would be Athana, and from there, personally, I would use Harkin because he flies. That's 4 hits. They're all piercing. If he kills something earlier, he starts getting extra attack. If it's a character, he gets an extra hit. Not gonna happen in this fight. He might kill a summon or 2. That's where he could get the little bit of extra damage. Not that much, but it's still a little bit extra. But he flies, and flying is always nice. Then I could also use Mataneo, but he only does 1 shot. Not that useful. I expect, you know, most people to be able to use Bellator and Eldrion at this point. You know, if your guild is already able to get here, most likely you do have these two guys. And my recommendation is level them as much as you can. You know, I haven't, personal choices. I've been leveling up, you know, at random a lot of guys because that's what I like to do. But as you can see, they are in my top 5. Ragnar used to be there, but I've been leveling up Asriel for the last fight. You know, I want to get the 5, the fight, um, the 5, the 3 medals, and I'm close to that. I'm at 2, and you know, I'm not that good, but I'm trying to get there. I don't really feel like leveling up, uh, Borrow nor Certus. It's not. These two are not my priorities. I there are other characters that I'd rather level up, especially because I'm about to finish that campaign. Um, like, you know, elite full medals. It's been a while. I've been playing for almost a year already, and you know, I'm really gonna get that. Might have been able to have, you know, gotten that earlier had I been trying to grind Barrow, Bellator, and Certus both in ranks, levels, and uh, rarities instead of just Bellator. Um, you know, second strongest, right next to Karn. Karn's my boy. Been loving him since I got him, since I've seen him. He's the best, in my opinion. Um, so let's see how this goes. Uh, Other ones that are in lower level, you know, and just as a side note that I could be using for this fight, they're not gonna last, but they're gonna do some damage. Again, I expect people to have these two, you know, and I got distracted talking about the other guys. I expect people to have Bellator and Eldrion at whatever. Have them as high as you can. They're really strong. They're really good. I recommend them. Um, and I could use, for example, maybe the newer trope. I could use Calandis if I had him at a better level. Tangira as well, both rank and levels. His summons are already silver rank, but they could be stronger. You know, he's epic rarity. I could use him. I could also use Shosil, very strong pick, especially if you're able to go, you know, into the mech build. If you have Actus, I've been grinding these guys, the charts at least to try and have some, and then level later rank them up. So yeah, Raw is an excellent pick if you have the build for him. Titus, 4 hits, can't go wrong. Has to die twice. Also, really good option. Uh, Twice if he kills. He has to kill something. If he can't kill anything, he dies. Um, and remember that kill is when he dies the first time. If he can kill something on the first try, he revives or he stays alive, however you want to see it. And he can use his ability once again. Uh, the Ancient Thorid is a really good character that I will bring in. Tarbeck is really good. That's what I think. I haven't tested it, but I think he's gonna be really good if they're at half HP. Even though it's only 1 hit, it's gonna crit. So try to have him as strong as you can, with as much piercing as you can. If you combine him with Ragnar, he's gonna be even stronger. If you don't have Ragnar, you'll probably have Athana. Athana is another really good pick. You'll probably have her. Use her, level her up, rank her up. Just really strong. So that's about it. We'll go in now for real C's. Okay, so first off, Szarekh has a movement of 4, range of 2. So he can reach. Let's see. So this has to be 1 hex only. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can reach all the way up to here and shoot with a range of 2, which would be anywhere. So let's put this guy right here. Then I don't think he'll die. If he does, we live and we learn. We'll do as much as we can, but hopefully he won't die. He'll just be, you know, bait. Food for thought, and I'll try this in a bit. I'll put Eldrion where Karn is so that I can put him right here, and therefore make sure that he moves in closer. For now, let's do this. Boss needs space. Well, unfortunate. I didn't notice that. So he's only going to buff these two. I do want him to summon someone at least. Well, I mean, it's not what I wanted. Okay, that's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So we... Yeah. Yeah, hold on. No, because otherwise I'd be able to hit him. So we do this. Goes in there. Boss goes in. Shoot some guys. Those guys get shot as well. Then Ragnar is gonna shout. This little guy's gonna come here. And if he doesn't hit the guy next to him, I'll be really sad. So that, come on. Come on, my guy. Put that there. That's free. And that's what we call a bust. I couldn't close it. I couldn't close it, and if you rewatch, you'll see why. I know why. Because I messed it up. I should have attacked the guy next to me. The guy next to Karn. Fooey. Fooey, fooey, fooey. That's what that is. Yeah. Come on. Hopefully, this guy's gonna come out, or you know, move out of the way. Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah. That's fine. Oh, never mind. It's not fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Should have attacked him. Well, that's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I attacked. This. Am I salty? Yes. Is it because it was my fault? Definitely because of that. So let's go once more. You know, let me check my characters first. Let me see if I can upgrade something in them, on them. I'm broke. I need more gold. That being said, if anyone wants to use the friend code, you know, this is already a long video, I know. I tend to shatter. If you don't want to watch that, whatever. You just jump into the fights, it's fine. But if you want to use the friend code, you know it's a one-time use, but I will really appreciate it. It'll help me go a long way into leveling up my guys. You know, I try to make these videos from time to time, and well, okay, let's see who I can level up or who I can do stuff for that matters. I think right now I need attack. These guys didn't really die. Szarekh doesn't really do much damage. He just summons and doesn't move. Might be able to even bring Szarekh, but nah. No. Who's got something better? I know someone does. Athana. Where are you? Here you are. Equip. Equip. This is defense. Or defense, however you want to pronounce it. No. You. Get something better. Bellator. No, I gotta take it for him. Rather rank it up. Yeah, whatever. Oh, dumbass. Didn't even matter. Wrong guy. How much would it? No, but then it does less. I need to do that when I have enough money to upgrade even more, because after I do so, it does less damage as a rank 1. If you don't believe me, try it, then believe me, I suppose. It just does less damage. Try it with common to uncommon, or uncommon to rare, or rare to epic. But it does, you know, it kind of resets, and then it does a lot more as you level it up. Shoot, so again, it's pointless for him right now, and this is expensive. For 53 more, no. Then here it would be for, this one is a bit better. A bit better for deal, but no, no. I don't have the materials. Alright. Let's go. Whatever. So we said this. And let's run like this, I suppose. I mean, shoot, I could. No, I'd rather him move, I think. So we do that. This guy over here, this guy over here, and this guy over here. Son of a bitch. There we go. Alright. He moved. That's fine. Ooh, he's actually out. That's good. So, guys, record this. Haha, we already are. Attack. Perfect. Perfect. So then, this guy comes here. And this guy shouts at him. Or at them. I don't know who he's shouting out at. And we do this. Unfortunately, I didn't get to kill someone with Karn. Big whoop. Is there? And we agree he has 4 movement, so we'll do this. Trap him. And hopefully he won't kill these guys fast. And, you know, right about now, Snowflogger doesn't sound too bad, actually. So, yeah, let's whack at him. Karn goes first. Alright, that's total 29. 30k. Unfortunate that Bellator didn't get to shoot at him. He might have done a lot of damage. But let's go with the big guy. So we're at 30k. We're estimating a total of 20k, so that would be 50. 61. Couple crits. And now this is a little bit pointless, but we do need to fill this place up. And we whack at him. Yeah, he can't. Oh, well, I mean, we need to watch that out. If I would change anything of this positioning, not that I could, because mind you, Bellator had to kind of fly into this position. Ragnar might have been able to get there. No, because they were on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, yeah. Should have put Bellator here, summon there, and then, you know, go from there. And that would be it. That way I would still have the 3 of them. But Bellator would be next to one of them, so he'd be able to make him shoot. But yeah, that's basically about it. That's going to be... Oh. Alright. And... don't want him to move. Expensive bullet, but one that we will have to spend. And yeah, that's fine. Ooh, I could have moved this guy actually. 1, 2, 3. No, he wouldn't have reached. Yeah, this is fine. This works out. This is fine. Whoever thinks it's not, it's because he's not in this position where he already did the thing. Yeah, I think this does more damage. Yeah, because it's 2, and then 5, and then 1, 6. It's at least 6,700 damage ish. No, you know, not counting the blocks. Dumbass, I didn't use it. Well, whatever. Would have gotten me up to 20. And that is the video. This is already almost 30 minutes. Sorry for that. I'll cut it there. Goodbye.